Happy Tuesday. It is Travel Tuesday and I am so excited. One of my favorite days, Travel Tuesdays. So I'm just going to give a minute for people to get on. I'm going to go ahead and share this video. This is going to be good. So I'm going to ask you if you will share this video along with me. It is a great day to be on and I missed you all. I have missed you all. It's been a lot going on, and I'm going to talk about a little bit of that as well. But it's been a lot going on, so I've missed being on. I've missed our Travel Tuesdays. So this is going to be really good. So come on in. Yes, come in. Please share. I am sharing on a couple pages. Let everybody know that we are on. It's 1 o'clock, and we are going to talk about Travel Tuesday. I have some great information to share. I have, a different perspective. When you go through some things, it gives you a different perspective on life and what's happening. And so I want to just be able to share that. I see you. Thank you for joining. I'm sharing. I'm getting some people on, letting them know that we're on and they can get us joined. Please feel free to share as well. Let everybody know that we are on for Travel Tuesday. Yes, Travel Tuesday. It's a great day. And I have some great information that I want to share as well. So I just have one more that I am sharing, and then we're going to get started. Please feel free to share with your networks as well. And let's get started. Okay, Travel Tuesday, yes. So here's how I'm going to dive into it, and I'm just going to get right into it. I always say that I'm going to try not to be long, but it's good information, and we get going, and we start sharing, and we keep it going, and so it gets good. But I titled this Never Again. So as many of you may know, and some of you may not know, August 1st, my father passed away. It was sudden, it was unexpected, and it definitely took me by shock, by surprise, unfortunately. And it's really tough to go through something like that, period. But then to have it sudden, to have some, questionable circumstances around what happened, that makes it even harder. And, I've said when I'm able to, I'm going to share the whole testimony, because definitely, once I can share what happened, you'll understand why this has just been such a tough process for me. But I need to be respectful and need to allow some things to transpire. But it was really tough. So it was already a tough summer. And then to have my father pass away August 1st. But here's what was tougher is that, over the years, my father's had some medical challenges. I shared this with someone the other day, and it was so profound. Over 12 years ago, my father went out in the backyard and was watering his grass, which is what he loved to do. And he fell backwards. He tripped over a brick that was laying in the yard. He fell backwards and he broke his hip. He had to be rushed into the emergency. They performed emergency hip surgery. He came out of that surgery, but before they could discharge him, he obtained a perforated bowel. They had to rush him back in because he had toxins being released in his body. Now, this was 12 years ago. He had toxins that was being released in his body, and so they had to rush him back into surgery and perform an operation. They rushed him back in. After that surgery, he slipped into a coma, and he was in a coma for a year. But here's the thing that's significant. One day, he was doing what he had done so many days before. He was out watering his grass. He tripped. His life changed forever. His life changed. Thank you for joining. Thank you for joining, Barney and Sandra. Thank you for joining. His life changed on that day. He never returned back to his home from that day. Lesson number one, we never know what life is going to bring us. We never know what's going to happen, and we can't take some things for granted, and we have to make some preparations. Whoever knew that he would trip and fall and never returned back to his home in 12 years. Wow. Just think about how his life changed in that one moment, that one fall, that one thing. And that can happen to any of us at any given time. So for 12 years, he's been fighting, swinging, to live his life. And we weren't able to insure him because he had so many different medical issues coming out of this coma. We were unable to get any type of life insurance, etc. Fast forward to August 1st, he passes away, and we don't have what we need to be able to handle his business. And so we had to, thank you for joining, Charlotte. It's Travel Tuesday. And so I am sharing a little background and building up to what I want to talk about. And so, here we get caught, in a summer that's been slow for business, that's had a lot of things happen and transpire. And my father transitions from this life, and financially, we were not prepared for that. And so we really had to pull resources. So many of you saw and gave to our FundMe, our GoFundMe account. We had to set up a GoFundMe account. Do you know how difficult that was for me to set that up on behalf of our family? It is my desire. I would have loved to have been in the position where if and when the time came that my father passed away, that I could have just took my pen and wrote a check for whatever his burial was going to be. This is going to be good info, you all. Stay with me, share this out. This is really good, and it's really where my mind has been and how I've been thinking. And I would have loved, all true, something about a hip break on older people. They're just not the same. Their life, it changes. You're right, Charlotte. He was never the same. And so many other things happened after that it was just amazing. But I would have wanted to be in the position that when the time came that my father transitioned from this life, I would have been able to take my pen and just write a check for his complete burial, and it would not have been an issue. But that was not the case. I was not able to just write a check for his complete burial. No problem. Easy breezy, And I said to myself, never again. Never again do I want to be in the position where something catastrophic happens like that, that's unexpected, and financially I cannot make the move that I need to be able to make and still have everything intact. Never again. I don't want to be in that position. If one of you right now, one of my ride or dies, one of my PWIN members, one of my community sisters or brothers, if something happened and you needed something and it was within my budget to be able to do for you, I would love to be able to just write out that check. Never again do I want to be in that position. But how many of you know that you have to be able to set yourself up financially, and you got to sometimes do something different to get something different in order not to be in that situation? Now, here's what was positive from a financial, I'm talking strictly from a financial perspective, is that even though this caught us off guard and we were not prepared, when we took him to Arkansas, which is where he's from, wanted to be buried with his family in his hometown, which we had to honor. That was not an option. We needed to honor that for my dad. Rosie, I see you. Thank you for joining. What I didn't have to be concerned with is hotel arrangements. I have my PWIN travel through powered by Surge 365. I was able to go into my back office and use my reward credits to book the 2 nights hotel that we needed in Arkansas. Didn't have to put any cash out. I just went into my back office, used my reward credits, booked the hotel. I was able to use reward credits and get some gift certificates for like Applebee's, etc., that we could use to eat while we were there. And so I was able to use my reward credits to take care of that. And that was absolutely amazing in a time that I needed it. And so it let me know that I'm on the right track. I'm on the right trail with dipping into and creating a business on a red hot trend. Travel is a red hot trend right now. How many of you know that travel is $8.1 trillion per year? Hi, Dr. J. Thanks for joining. You may want to go back and watch this from the beginning because I had to lead us up to a story, and you'll be blessed by what you hear about my dad. But travel is an $8.1 trillion a year industry. Check this out. In 2015, $533 billion was spent online. And for 2019, it's projected to be $762 billion spent online. Direct spending by resident and international travelers in the U.S. averages $2.7 billion a day, which breaks down to $113.1 million an hour, $1.9 million a minute, and $31,400 per second. Are you serious? And so we have to become business minded, and we have to tap into the red hot trend. That's exactly what wealthy people do. Wealthy people look to see what's red hot and how can I reclaim my money? How can I get involved in this industry and win? Because all we do is win. And so travel is the red hot industry. It is the largest industry. And at times like this, like the passing of my father, believe me or not, it helped me to have my own travel business. I was able to leverage my own travel business to assist in part of what we had to do around my father and being able to send him home. Yes, Dr. J, thank you for joining. And be able to send him home. My own business was able to help be a support in that time. And then last night, I was listening to a Search 365 director, Mr. Rick Reese, and he was speaking with some business partners that I have coming on. And we were talking about how to leverage Search 365 in the nonprofit arena and with churches. And he said something that, was already crystal clear, but it just took my mindset and shifted it to even higher ground. Are you all ready for this? Are you all ready? One of the things that he said is that this program, this platform, before I get into that, put a pin right there because I'm going to come back to it. But let me share this. I have to say this and share this. There's many people, and me included, I really tried to stay away from direct selling, from MLMs. Look, I use Mary Kay. I've used Mary Kay since I was 18, but I didn't want to sell Mary Kay. I didn't want to have to buy product and have product on my shelf, etc. But as a businesswoman, I have to know when an industry is red hot and when I need to be a part of that industry. One of the things that a lot of people will say is, well, I don't want to be a part of an MLM. That's one of those pyramid things, etc. Well, let me share this with you. I come out of the healthcare field. I spent 20 years in healthcare. That's my background. I ran operations teams from 300 to 500 people, middle management. And so my last 8 years, I worked for CVS Healthcare, managing Medicare Part D, our operations team for prescription drug coverage. That's what I did. Large team. When we ramped up at our max, we were like 400 strong. We had offices outside of Scottsdale, Arizona. So we had offsites in El Paso, Texas, and Solon, Ohio. We had a vendor in India. All of that had to manage. I had, process improvement. I had quality. I had training and development. So it was a large operations team. But check this out. I managed that team. My boss made more money than me. And when it came time for bonuses, guess what? My boss's bonus was more than my bonus. My boss's boss made more than she did. And his bonus was greater than her bonus. And guess what? His boss made more than he did, and he was VP. His boss made more than he did, and guess what? His bonus was more than his bonus. And the COO reported to the president, and guess what? The president, he made more than he did, than any of us did. His bonus was greater. His bonus was probably my salary. And check this out. When we flew and went to other meetings and other offices, I always flew coach, right? But the president had his own private plane that he flew on. His benefits were greater. He was at the top of the chain, right? It's a food chain. He was at the top of the food chain. So here I was in corporate, and everybody who was at the top of that chain, everybody who was above me, they made more money than I did. They bonused more than I did. And so now I can't come into this organization. I can't create my own business within another business and expect nobody else to profit and get my feelings hurt. Hey, Daryl, thank you for joining. And get my feelings hurt because I'm like, oh, there's somebody over there that's making more money than me, or making money off of me making money. Don't you know in your corporate job, they are leveraging your skills and your benefit, and other people are making money. Your boss is making money. Your boss's boss is making the money. Whoever owns your corporation or whoever is running your corporation, president, CEO, they're all making money while they're leveraging your skills and they're leveraging your expertise. You went to college and you paid for your degree. You paid for your training. You go out and work every day and you sharpen your skill set. Somebody else is leveraging all that you've put into that, and they're making money. And so I don't know why we run from the direct sales organizations, or why we think that the model should be different when it comes to these types of organizations. And so I had to throw that in there. So I really would like for us to shift our thinking and shift our mindset and start looking at how can I leverage what I need to leverage in order to build my wealth, in order to get to where I'm trying to go. So never again will I be in a situation where I don't have the finances to do exactly what I need to do for my family, for my loved ones, for my friends, for myself. And that's how we have to shift our mindset. Do you know that network marketing has created more millionaires than any other industry, any other line, any other? Your chances of working and earning and building your business and hitting $1 million is greater in Surge 365 than it is in the lottery. We'll play the lottery faithfully, right? We'll spend $2, $10 getting our lottery tickets. You can take that same money. You can take that same money and you can take that same exact money and sow that into your business with Surge 365, that same amount of money, and get a greater return. A greater return. You may never see a jackpot with the lottery. You can create your jackpot with Surge 365. So I talked about being able to, Dr. J, and in Surge 365, you can make more than your sponsor. Absolutely, you can make more. It's your business. You have created your business. Your business is going to be worth the time and the investment that you put into your business. So if you work your business, you're going to earn the money. You can out-earn your sponsor. You can out-earn whoever brought you in. You can out-earn your sponsors, okay? But the mindset and the point that I wanted to make is we get caught off guard as to who else is making money, and we use that as an excuse for us not to pursue wealth and pursue an opportunity that's going to get us what we need, ultimately, the very thing that we want. And so we have to get rid of those excuses, Dr. J. No more excuses. But let me go back in and thank you for joining. I appreciate it. I see that you shared. Thank you so much for sharing this broadcast. So I wanted to get back. So here's my thing. I was listening to Surge director Rick Reese, and we were having this conversation last night. And one of the things that he said, wouldn't it be wonderful if every church, every community organization right now in the Houston area, and, my heart goes out to everyone who is in that flood. I definitely am praying for you. My family is praying for you. That is so tough to go through. My prayers are there. It's very tough. One of the things that Mr. Reese said is he said, wouldn't it be amazing if every church, every organization, community organization in Texas, if they had this platform, if they had the membership of Surge 365, when this tragedy struck, they could have helped evacuate people out of the city through their own platform. They could have gone into their vacation vault. They could have pulled out those reward credits. They could have helped their members fly them out of Texas, help them drive out of Texas without spending a dime, because they would have already had the reward credits. They would have already had what they needed. They could have gone in on their back office. They could pull off gift certificates, etc., that would feed people, that would help people. Let's say the reward credits ran out. Now you still have access to wholesale. They could have reached out to the concierge, and for pennies on the dollar, they could have booked hotels, weekly stays, rent-a-cars, whatever needed to take place to help people get out or help people sustain in the midst of this tragedy. This is a game changer. What we have access to through Surge 365, what we have access to is a game changer. We have the Vortex. We have wholesale pricing. When you look at what you can really do, now it moves outside of just ourselves personally. When you look at what you have access to, if you're a nonprofit, if you're a church, you have means to really be able to assist, support, and help people in their time of crisis. I just mentioned it was sudden that my father passed away. I used my reward credits to secure my hotel. I used my reward credits to buy gift cards to help us eat. Now, say that that's somebody that is part of PWIN. That's someone who is a part of my church. They could have that tragedy and they need to fly to go see about their parent, maybe who is sick or who has passed away. When you have those reward credits, you now have the ability to gift them those reward credits. You can bless them with their airplane ticket. You can bless them with their hotel stay and use your reward credits to be able to do that. You don't always have to have the currency. Now you have options. You have a way to now be the giver and the doer that's in your heart and in your spirit and your business's mission statement to be able to do. It opens up a totally different door for you to be able to access, to be able to execute your mission, your vision, or just the giving person that you are. But you can't be positioned. You can't be in that position when the need comes if you don't prepare and you don't get started. So I'm looking for, the 20 people out there that want to do something different, that want to say, never again do I want to be in a position where I can assist. Never again do I want to be in a position where I can't pay my bills. Never again do I want to be in a position where I can't qualify to get that new house, to get that car. Never again do I want to be in a position that I can't provide the basic necessities for my family. Never again do I want to be in a position where I can't go above and beyond. Maybe you're comfortable and all of your basic necessities are taken care of, but you would like to be positioned where you can go above and beyond if that's what you choose to do. If you need to write a check for $5,000 for somebody, you want to be positioned where you can write that check for $5,000. If you want to pay off your mortgage, which that's where Mike and I are, by the end of 2018, we want to be debt free. That is one of our goals. If that's one of your goals, then I'm looking for you to partner with me. Let's partner together in Surge 365. Let's make that shift in our economic status and let's go to that next level together. We can do that. The same benefit that I'm able to yield is the same benefit that you're able to take advantage of and leverage. Hi, Lee. Thank you for joining. I see you. I appreciate you joining. How are you doing out there in San Francisco? And so this is just a real sober moment. It's kind of like game over. I don't want to just talk about being wealthy. I want to be wealthy financially, mentally, emotionally, socially. I want my businesses to thrive. It's not just a, far off vision. The manifestation is here, but I got to get off the sidelines. You know, how many of you know that you are not going to be able to rely on Social Security when you retire? If you are not already retired, if you are in your 20s, 30s, 40s, even 50s right now, you will not be able to rely on Social Security. You will not be able to rely on the government or anyone else to be able to take care of you in your retirement. You can't rely on anyone right now to be able to help you change and shift your economic status. You have to be able to create your own economy. With my coaching clients, I tell them we got to have 7 streams of income. So some of you are like, I already have a business. I'm already working my job. Yes, you're the ones I'm talking to. Yes, you have your own business. Yes, you're working your job. Now you need to also build, listen to me, you need to also build your travel business. In addition to the business that you have, we can work with you and help the travel component complement your current business. In addition to your 9 to 5, you need to build your travel business. Why? Because the travel industry is the red hot trend right now. You want to have your finger on the pulse. Money that's going out, you're traveling, people around you are traveling, you're traveling anyway. You're getting hotel rooms anyway. You're renting cars anyway. You're going on cruises. People around you are going on cruises. Why not book that through you and allow those finances to come right back in to your bank account? This is the time. I just heard a sister that, you know, she is part of Surge 365. I just learned Saturday at an event. She's a physician's assistant, I believe, and she was laid off as a physician's assistant. But you know what she said? She said, I'm not sweating it because I have my Surge 365 business. So I'm just going to allow my business to keep working. Now, that's not to say she's not going to go back into her profession and she's not going to go and find another physician's assistant position. But her stress level is very different because she has a business. She has passive income. She has additional income that's coming in. So she didn't have to stress over being laid off from that job. How many of us, if we get laid off right today, it becomes a stressful situation. Within 30 days, we could be homeless. We could be put out of our apartment. Our houses could be foreclosed on. Our cars could be picked up. We could struggle to eat day to day. If we lost our job right now today, how many of us could be confident and keep our head up high because we know we have another source of income or multiple sources of income coming in? Dr. Lucato, thank you for joining. What an honor and privilege. I appreciate you jumping on. And so that's the position that you want to position yourself so that that is not a concern for you. You want to position yourself so that in your retirement, you still have passive income coming in. You want your latter to be greater than your former. Amen. Yes. And so then you can travel. You can do the things that you want to do in your retirement, and you don't have to be concerned. You don't have to be concerned with your Social Security check. You don't have to be concerned with that, you know, a retirement check coming in because you've created your own economy. That's being wise. That's being smart. We are called to be stewards, and this is part of stewardship. So I just need to hear from you. So if you are a church, if you're a nonprofit and you're looking to fundraise, you're looking to secure a steady stream of finances coming in for your nonprofit or your church, I need to hear from you. Send me a private message. You can indicate, I need it in this stream. You can type that in right now. I need it. I need the information. Count me in. And I will send you a PowerPoint. I will get you the videos. I'll get you the information that you need. We can sit down. We can strategically come up with a plan specifically for your church, for your organization, for you. You may say, I don't have a church or an organization, but I need to create my own economy. I need to build wealth in my own financial portfolio. You're in, and I'm ready to assist you. I have a team that's ready to assist you. We have the resources to help you so that you can achieve your goals. You can achieve your dreams. You can achieve the status that you need in your finances to be able to do what you need them to do. And as my daddy would say, ain't nothing to it but to do it in order to make it happen. And you know, Search 365 is just the right company to be connected with. You have to always be concerned. What are you connecting yourself with? What are you joining to? And Search 365 is a stand-up organization with stand-up leaders at the helm of the organization. The greater thing about it is you have the freedom to build your business. You have the freedom to create your business and design it to where it benefits you and it benefits your mission and your vision. So let's get started. Don't wait. You know, I'm looking for those 20 people. Are you one? Just say I'm one and I'll get you the information. I'm looking for those 20 people that are wanting to get started, that are wanting to partner with me so we can shift. And let me tell you this too. Here is the amazing thing. If you have a cause, if you're fundraising, you have a cause, maybe your church has something specific you need to do, your community organization, I can show you how in 100 days, you can make $50,000. I'm positioning myself. I can help you position yourself so that in 100 days, we can make $50,000. What could your organization do with $50,000? I know what my organization can do. I have 2 young ladies who are in college that my organization is committed to providing scholarships. One young lady, she's having to pay $600 a month and she's going to Grand Canyon University. That $50,000 will enable the Phenomenal Woman Empowerment Network to be able to fully sponsor her educational career at GCU. I have another young lady who is at Johnson & Wales in Denver, Colorado, and she's going to school and working a job trying to help put herself through. Again, the Carrie J Scholarship Program through the Phenomenal Woman Empowerment Network would be able... Hello, Shanice. Thank you for joining. I see you. I know you're doing fabulous. Thank you for jumping on. My organization, we would be able to continue to support her in what she's trying to do. $50,000 would be amazing to be able to get that work done. What could you use the $50,000 for? We can come together and build our strategic plan. That's the good thing about being an operations girl at heart. You know, that's part of what makes me a unique but a very effective coach is that I have that operations background, process improvement. We can sit down and create a strategic plan that will help us hit that goal and help us get to where we need to be. And then we can take others right along with us, because how many other organizations, how many other people do you know that could benefit leveraging this platform to get done what they need to get done in this year, not waiting till next year, not waiting to 2018, getting it done right now in 2017 and finishing this year strong. Now, does it take some work? Yes. Yes. You are not going to be able to come in and say, okay, I'm now powered by Search 365. Let me just see the money fall into my account. Yes, you're going to have to do the work. You're building a business. You're building a business within a business. So you have to jump on the webinars. You have to educate yourself about the travel industry. You have to educate yourself around your competitors. You have to execute your strategy. You have to build your brand. You have to, based on what strategy we put together, you have to then be able to go out and leverage the tools that you need. You're going to have to be able to talk to people. You're going to have to be able to take action. You're going to need to be able to spend, at least 7 to 15 hours, 20 hours a week working this business, if not more, depending on how aggressive you want to be and depending on how much you want to earn. The more you want to earn, the more time you're going to have to put in to working your business. But here's the difference. Number one, you're not selling something because people around you are already traveling. You're inviting them to travel, to book their travel through your platform. Thank you, Donna, for joining. Thank you for watching. I appreciate you. And so you're just asking people to redirect. They're booking on Expedia. They're booking on Booking.com, Hotel.com, Kayak. Instead of booking on that site, have them book on the Meet This Locato travel site. Have them book on the Lead Datress travel site. Passive income coming in. And then people that you know that like to travel and want a discount, you now can offer them the membership where they have access to wholesale. They have access to reward credits to travel, which is what they already do. It's a no-brainer for me. I am so excited about the travel industry. Travel Tuesday. I'm excited about Surge 365. You know, I understand the benefits. I understand I have the mindset to win. I understand that this is the right company. This is the right time. The season is right. Travel is the largest industry. Right now, if I ask you to name 10 people who have traveled in just the last 30 days, you'd have no problem naming 10 people who have traveled. Whether they traveled in-state and had a staycation, whether they had an event and had to stay at a hotel, whether they had to rent a car, whether they went up to Sedona, whether they went to Denver, Colorado, wherever they may have been. They've gone on a cruise, you know, they went to a family reunion. In the last 30 days, I'm sure you know 10 people who have traveled. Those 10 people could have saved money if you would have told them about the Surge 365 membership that would have helped them travel at a wholesale insider pricing on their trip. And they would have saved money and earned reward credits that they could use towards future travel. So it's a game changer. We have to support each other. We have to help each other. We got to share this information. You know, now is the time. The fire is hot. The iron is hot. It's time for us to come together, support each other, and make it happen. Because together, all we do is win. That's all we do. We build a strong community. Here's my last story, and I'm going to let you go because I'm on here longer than what I said I was going to be. Here's what I want to be able to share. Hi, Pastor Nelson. Thank you for joining. Please go through and watch this from the beginning. There's some great information here, and I think it would be helpful to you. Here's one of the things that I learned when I went back to my father's home. When I went back to Arkansas, I was talking to one of the cousins, and we have our family memoir book. My family had the foresight. I just got this when I went back when we were burying my father. My family had the foresight. They put together this memoir book that is our history, our legacy, where my forefathers came from and what they did. But one of the things that I learned is that we left South Carolina and you know, my great-great-great-grandfather, he went to Arkansas, which was considered the land of opportunity, to scout it out. And he went back with a good report. And so the family transitioned and moved to the Happy Bend area, and they began to work the land. They began to work the land together. They did it together. They helped each other. You know, you were maybe strong at tending to the soil. You may have been strong as a carpenter. You may have been strong in tending to the cows and the animals. They all brought their strength and came together and worked the land. Well, the land had been owned by Caucasian people. Now, you got to remember, this goes back to, you know, late 1800s, early 1900s. This land was owned by Caucasian people, but they couldn't make the land prosperous. And so they thought that they had bad land. They thought there was no value in the land. So they were glad to sell the land off. They had no problem. My forefathers came in and bought the land. They had saved the money. And they had put their money together. They came in and started buying up the land. Don't you all know that they made that land rich? They created wealth on that land with their farming, with their animals, with each person's strength. They built their schoolhouses. They built their own churches on their own land. They created their own economy together. They created their own wealth together. The Great Depression hit. And, you know, everything was going crazy. They were wealthy in this land, and they were actually able to feed the Caucasian people who could not feed themselves, could not fend for themselves, because these people came in on this land that had been given up on, that nobody else could do anything with, and they made a living. They created their own economy. They created their own wealth. And they had an overflow. They were able to pour out into others in a critical, pivotal time because they created their own economy. So So I'm just looking for those of you that want to join in with me, and we create our own economy together. We come in and we make it happen. We support each other and we make it happen. Travel is the right industry. Surge 365 is the right company. I just need the travel partners, the people who are business minded, who can see it. Thank you, Kiara, for joining, who can see it, who are ready to jump, who are ready to take the travel industry by storm and tap into this industry. I want to repeat these statistics because some of you are just joining, and I'm going to wrap up. I'm going to ask you to share this video because someone in your network, they need to hear it. And you may not be ready to go to this next level and create your economy within the travel industry, but someone you know may be ready. Travel. Here's the stats. Listen to this. Travel. The travel industry is the largest industry. $8.1 trillion per year. In 2015, travel was $533 billion online. That's just online. The projection for 2019 is $762 billion online. Through Surge 365, I can give you access to your own Vortex, your own online booking site where people can now book on your site, and you can capture part of that $762 billion projected by 2019. You can capture those online dollars. Direct spending by resident and international travelers in the U.S. averaged $2.7 billion a day, which is 113.1 million an hour, which is 1.9 million a minute, and 31,400 a second. The dollars are all around us. We just have to know how to go and reclaim those dollars and redirect them into our economic accounts. That's what we have to do. So thank you for joining me for this Travel Tuesday. I appreciate you hanging in here with me. I hope that I gave you some information that really will help you and help you think about joining me as a business partner in Surge 365. If you have a cause that you're fundraising for, if your church needs additional stream of income, if you need an additional stream of income for your own financial goals, becoming debt free, maybe you want to buy a house, pay off a house, you want to be able to set up your children's college funds and have it paid for now, you have some financial goals that you need to take care of, we can do that together and we can make it happen. So just let me know that you're interested, that you're in, that you're ready. I will get you the information. We can get you going. We have the tools. I have the resources to be able to help you strategically set up your plan, strategically set up your business, your travel business, and get you going. Let's make it happen. There's no reason to wait. There's no reason to delay. Let's get it done now. We're going into September of 2017. We still have a lot of work that we can get done by the end of the year and meet those goals that we set at the beginning of the year. Not only meet them, but exceed them. Let's do it today together. Thank you for joining me for this Travel Tuesday. I look forward to speaking to you soon. I'll be back on. I'll be talking about an upcoming seminar that I have. Where am I Yay! We have an upcoming seminar. I'm going to talk about this more and tomorrow. It's residue. Who knew? Does your residue have a hold on you? We have that coming up September 16th, so I want to get you some more information about that seminar, but we'll talk about that on tomorrow. God bless you. Thank you for joining me. Please make sure you share this video. Somebody needs to hear it. And I need to make sure that they get the message, they get the word. We can connect. You connect with me. Let's make it happen. Have a fabulous rest of your day, and I'll talk to you soon.